was fun. All right, we'll just get right into it. Sam, when you think about every time it's a loaded question. It's a good first question. Man, I think, for me, it's just, and I said this, in the Monday interviews that we did, but I've taken it day by day, throughout my entire career, and it's gotten me to this point. And that's really all I can say about that. But it's because of the guys in the locker room, because of our coaching staff working their butts off every single day. That's why we're all here. It almost felt like we got to the NFC Championship, then we won, and it was like, oh shoot, we're going to the Super Bowl. It literally felt like it was just part of the process. And we did the same thing today. Offense again. I feel like we didn't play as good as we could have. I certainly didn't play as good as I could have, but our defense had our back, our special teams had our back, and we got the win. Would you ever imagine that one touchdown for you in the Super Bowl would be enough? What does that say about this team's construction? Yeah, I think, first of all, we got down there a few times. J-Mi had a great day. I think he kicked 4 field goals, so it wasn't just, one touchdown. Obviously, we'd like to get in the end zone more, but yeah, I think, with our defense, the way that they've been playing, my job is to take care of the football. And I knew that coming into the game, and, I did that. And, I took the open guy when they were there, and, if I had to take sacks, if I had to throw the ball away, I was able to do it. But I just played that kind of game, and I feel like, we ended up being on top because of it.
Sam, your touchdown against the corner, what did you see there? What were your emotions when you knew it was official?
Yeah, unbelievable play call. Great design by all of our coaches. Again, they stay up, at crazy hours of the night to try to design plays like that. And they were in a coverage to where AJ kind of got lost in the shuffle, and he came wide open and made a great catch.
What does it mean to you? 8, 9 years old. Describe the thing you've been through.
Yeah.
To win.
Yeah, it's just it's special. I shared a great moment with my parents and my fiance Katie after the game, and I think that's what kind of got me a little bit. I told me and my dad don't really cry very often, and I told my dad I was, and my mom. But I'm here because of their belief in me, and they believed in me throughout my entire career, and I think that's why I was able to believe in myself almost ad nauseum. Some people called me crazy throughout my career for believing in myself so much and having so much confidence, but it was because of my parents, because of the way that they believed in me throughout my entire career. And it allowed me to go out there and play free and have a ton of confidence.
At what point did you dream of winning the Super Bowl, and how does now the reality of being the Super Bowl champ meet that dream?
Yeah, I don't think it's really hit me yet, to be honest with you. But it's special. And again, like I always say, it's this group is why it's special. The connection that all of us have as players, the love that we have for each other, the players, the coaches, really everybody in the building, top down, from Jody all the way down. It's the love that we share, throughout the building is special. And I've never been at a place like it.
Sam, you won a Pac-12 championship in this stadium, played in this stadium with San Francisco. Now you want to
this
place now.
it's been a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a great place to play. It's it's just being close to home, especially just my parents being able to, and my grandma and grandpa actually making the trip is huge. They don't usually get to come to games, and because it was such a short flight, they were able to come tonight. And that's a special thing for me as well. So it's great just to be close to home.
Oh yeah, I would say everyone knows my story.
Yeah, it's a cool full circle moment, I guess. Again, I haven't really thought about it, but it is special to be doing it at this place. It's been fun. It's been fun this entire week, just getting to spend a ton of time with my teammates and being able to enjoy this stadium and everything that it brings. It's special.
Sam, you were part of that iconic quarterback draft class. With everything you've been through, did you ever think you would be the first one to win a Super Bowl?
I didn't not believe that I would be the, it's special, man, and it's not, it's not about that. To me, it's never been about that. I'm just doing the best that I can every single day to be the best quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. That's really what it comes down to. And again, I didn't have my best stuff today, but the team had my back. Our defense, our special teams had our back, and we just played how we always played. Resilient, and we came out on top. So it was pretty special.
Sam, Ernest was just talking about how excited he is, how proud he is. He said that you were written off and things of that sort, but he said the team was important to rally behind you. When you hear that adversity that you've gone through, the fact that you went through several teams to make it to there and on this point, what does that mean to you? And what is your message to others who may be going through a difficult, challenging time?
Yeah, it's unbelievable to have a guy like EJ in your corner. And I think he said it middle of the season, but he had a great quote, defending me, especially after that game in LA where I didn't play my best football and had a few turnovers. But everyone in that locker room believes in me. They've had my back from the jump, and I have everyone's back as well. That's just kind of how we roll as a team. And again, it's the journey and everything that comes with it, and being able to win a Super Bowl. It hasn't really sunk in. Even just saying it out loud, kind of, it's an awesome moment that I was able to share tonight with a lot of my teammates and coaches. Yeah, I think it's all about my journey. The reason that I'm here is because of my journey, because of the ups and downs, especially the downs that I went through early on in my career. I learned so much about myself, about football. I was able, it's funny how it works. Like I didn't play great football my first few years in my career, and then I come here to San Francisco and I learn a ton. And I think because of that year in San Francisco, I was able to learn a ton and learn from Brock and Coach Shanahan. And, I was able to kind of learn and go to Minnesota and great. I played good football there, and I was able to come to Seattle and kind of do the same. So it's funny how things work, but that's life. I'm just going to continue to keep working.
So do you guys have cigars in the locker room?
What's that?
You guys have cigars in the locker room here after your NFC West win. Were they still there?
They were not still there. No, the janitor crew here does a great job of cleaning up, so there were no cigars. No.
Hey Sam, last question. Former Jets fan, defective? Former Jets fan.
Oh man.
I interviewed you back in 2018, right when you got drafted to the team. You're such a hopeful and confident dude. I know you've been through such a journey. What would you tell your 2018 self? Honestly, you can tell them anything.
Just keep going. Keep believing in yourself. That's it.
Sam, do you think your story is like a Cinderella story?
So,
Do you think that your story is like a Cinderella story?
I think there's some parallels for sure. To be honest, I haven't seen that movie or heard about that story in a long time, but I definitely think there's some parallels. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
It's hard to put into words how it's anything I dream about, man. It's just special. Everybody loving on each other, saying congratulations, man, saying we made it. And for me, man, speaking of a guy from Mississippi who had a 1% chance to live, and it's even less than that to be able to hoist that Lombardi Trophy on this special night and be able to do that is special.
What makes Seahawks so special?
I think our connection, our camaraderie, the things that we do. The shadow boxing is huge for us. I think that speaks testament, the connection and just being able to shadow box with a running back, or a running back being able to shadow box, with a corner, and just being able to have that connection and to continue to grow relationships through that. I think it's huge for us this year.
That's what it was for us. Man, the man is going to be a heck of a quarterback. But I think for us, we had to go out there. We knew how important he was to that offense, so we had to take him away. We had to get after him, and we were able to do so.
Do one more, guys.
It feels amazing. Second ring, it's hit me a little bit, but I'm so excited for this parade. I cannot wait.
It's your winners.
Thank you.
I'm straight though.
Jackson, you're a big Bad Bunny fan. Did you get a chance to try to slip up for the halftime at all?
Nah, I didn't. I wish I did though. I told everybody that I was gonna go out there and sneak out and watch them, but
I didn't get a chance to.
Jackson.
What did you learn about Sam Darnold during this process?
Sam Darnold, he's a beast. He's everything that you want in a quarterback and a leader. You know, he led his troops today like he's been doing all season. He doesn't let the noise get to him. You know, he's a baller, man, and I've been saying it. You know, the media, they got their own. You know, they want to talk about some, but he's a world champ, and that's something you can't take from him, and that's something that's cemented in history.
Jackson, you obviously have
been in the league for 3 seasons, but what does that mean coming from him, and what is your confidence level when you view yourself among the defensive players?
I mean, it means a lot. You know, it means everything. Man, he's talking about a great teammate, Ernest, man. He everything to us, man. He's talking about a mighty linebacker who set the standard for us, who go out there and keep us controlled, keep us composed out there. I mean, he's everything, you know. And for that, you know, I'm right now I'm really just focused on the now. You know, living in the present. I'm not really worried about what everybody else got going on. You know, I'm just living in the present right now.
How much do you enjoy those blitzes?
I mean, I enjoyed them a lot. You know, I haven't been blitzing a lot this year. But like I said, it was for the best of our team. So I'm gonna do whatever our team need to do to win.
Hey, Devin, for this defense, as good as you've been all year, to have this type of performance in this moment,
it's surreal.
What does it say?
Surreal.
It say we handle our business the way we do all year. Like I said, man. To my group of guys who play together out there, who give each other everything they need, who have each other back out there. Don't let another person down. I mean, there's everything you want in the defense. So.
I think this is one of the best defenses in all time.
I don't know. I ain't really think about that. I know we was the best defense this year, and that's all that matters.
How'd the rushing coverage work out today?
I mean, it worked out pretty well. You talking about we had a great game plan. We went out there, we rushed 4-1. We was able to contain them most of the game. Shout out to the D-line for doing their thing. We held our end in the back end, man. Like I said, we kind of knew what they was going to do, how they was going to attack us, and how they was going to get feature certain people the ball. So we had a great game plan.
Leonard said at halftime you guys were thinking shutout.
Yeah.
That's never been done in the Super Bowl. How much were you aware of that and thinking about it?
I mean, we was aware. Like I said, we kind of let off the gas a little bit, and like I said, we're going to go back and watch the film about it. You set a standard for yourself, you're going to hold each other to that standard. We was kind of mad we gave them 2 touchdowns at the end of the game, but you know, they went out there and earned it though. But
the best field position.
Sorry, man. You know, he played a hell of a game tonight.
You can't break May and because the interception was returned for a touchdown, you celebrate. What was that moment like for you?
I didn't even know he fumbled the ball, to be honest. It was kind of crazy. My reaction was kind of late. But I'm just living in the moment. Like I said, man, I don't think about nothing crazy or what I'm going to do. I just live in the moment. So whatever the reaction was, it was just whatever it was.
That image will live forever in your mind.
He's cool to be around.
Your first Super Bowl
he's elite. He's got that mentality.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going down in history.
Talk to us about the blitz success you had this week. Is that something you picked up wrong as a weakness in their offense?
We need multiple MVPs.
Yes, like I said, we kind of knew how they tackles and guards was going to set in certain pass protections, and we went out there and attacked it. You know, they was kind of struggling in this playoffs a couple of times. You know, a couple of people got after them, so we knew what we was going to do and how we were going to attack them. But, you know, things happen, man. It's football anyway.
Are you a natural blitzer? Is that something you're lay a guy out
I mean, nah, whatever my coach need me to do, I'll go out there and do it. So I don't really look forward to one thing or the other. I just go out there and handle business.
Did you ever blitz that much in the game?
Yes, I blitz a lot.
I mean, ultimately, I just want some chicks. Not chicks. I just want some chips with some chicken salt. That's what I'm missing. Chicken salt. Oh, chicken salt. I mean, I try and put the guys on here, but they don't get it.
Michael, anything for your fans back in Australia? Ben Graham was celebrating your punts. It was such a big story. Twitter was all over your punting. Phenomenal game. What do you have to say to your fans back in Australia?
Yeah, I mean, love you guys. I'm glad that you guys can appreciate some punts. Sometimes it's a position that gets overlooked, but you know, shout out to the people on Twitter and everything that are showing love.
When it comes to close, does every guy count as a
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just want to have a positive impact on the team. I want to do everything I can to put our guys in the best position possible.
Mike, can you take us through that last punt, an 11-man rush, what you're thinking there, and obviously the result takes a left turn out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Harbaugh obviously spoke to us on the sideline. He he gave us the heads up, saying, hey, they're probably going to do this, and gave me a chance to hit some in the net at a faster get off. So going out there, I knew that it was going to have to be quick, because if they get a block there, it can change the game. So I knew that once I saw the returner come up, once I saw the jammers come in, and I knew it was an 11-man box, and we only have 10 guys protecting me, I knew that I needed to operate at a really fast level, and I caught it, and Stoli snaps the perfect ball, and I was able to get it off quickly because of that.
You got a lot written on your tape.
The guys on this team, coaches, day after day, the work, coming up, coming and willing to work, coming in and caring about the guy next to me. It was, I've never run blocked more in my life, but I had so much fun this year. It was such a joy, and the relationship with the guys in 1 year are so special and so unique. And I'm just incredibly thankful. It's just the gratitude that I have to be here right now. It's an incredible story that God put together. It's an unbelievable story.
Who was the first person to believe in you that you could be a two-time Super Bowl champion?
My wife was the first person to believe in me, actually. I think she's believed that this is the story, that this story was written so long ago. And I would like to say that I was all in and believed it as well. But times were tough. There were some tough times, but really Anna has believed that this was what we came to Seattle to do. This is why we came here.
Did she have a message for you after the game?
A lot of happy tears was the message from her, and I think it was just. This is everyone here that has family knows how much that our families put into this for us to do what we do. They're so much a part of it, and this year, my wife and my boys were more a part of it than they've ever been in my life. And so I told them afterward, like, this is your guys' trophy. I wanted them to get up there. I wanted them to hold the trophy. So like, this is ours. This is where we all of us got to participate in this moment.
When you go back and look back at this game, what moments or players just doesn't stand out to you? Why?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure which moment or plays that you remember. It's kind of funny how that goes, having gone through it before. I think you remember some of those small conversations, like the things that, little adjustments, like, hey, like today it was like, hey man, guys, let's finish plays. Let's make sure we're pushing the pile, finishing with some violence, and it's just little things, the conversation, like the plays happen and they come and go, but being with the guys and that connected team and collaborating together, those little moments, those are the things that you remember.
So best to see Seatle.
An unbelievable story. I don't know if there's a quarterback. I don't know if there's a quarterback in NFL history that's done what he's done. To go through the things that he's had to go through his first 5 years, to believe in himself, to overcome everyone that told him that he wasn't that guy anymore, that he couldn't be a starter, that he couldn't be a productive quarterback, to just come back to work and just commit to his process, and then to go out there and in the biggest moments this year over and over and over again and just show up, stand in the pocket, to make the tough throws, managing the game. It's an unbelievable story. I'm so thankful I got to know who Sam Darnold is as a person, because it explains everything that's happened in his career because of the way that he goes about his business just in his day-to-day life.
How do you reflect on those early mornings? You see that now from
Yeah, it's those are those moments. It's those little times, those times between all the mandatory stuff that you got to do, that I think the really cool bonds are built, and that's something that I think just as an organization it's been so much fun, because there's not a lot of time between meetings, but guys make the absolute most of them, and I've really enjoyed being able to sit in there with Sam and learn football with him.
Obviously,
Yeah, it's hard to say. You show up for OTAs, and I'm just learning people's names. trying to make sure I don't get lost in the facility, and it was really cool though seeing like regardless of what all the pieces have to come together to make this happen. I think the coolest thing was seeing the consistency at which people came to work, ready to work, and the excitement they had and the willingness they had to like step in to do some really hard things. Mike did not make OTAs easy. I mean, guys were talking about that actually earlier this week about how OTAs is in 2 weeks, and that thing kicked our rear end last year. And so it's like we got you. You're gonna come here. You're gonna work. But man, the connected, the way it builds guys together, and then like you lift each other up. Once that was happening, then I knew we had something special.
Hey, Cooper, could you?
Yeah, well, I mean, he wants that. I know. He talked about that last year. Guys had talked about his whole he did this a lot. That was really loud. He did this a lot. He's like, I want a team that's going to be together. And so, for him, I think one of the coolest things we did this year was a walk. Every 4 weeks, we would take an hour of our meeting time. We'd meet in small groups, break out, and we'd have these conversations with guys and just talk. Some of it was football, some of it was life, and it was getting to know each other, getting to see how people saw the game, how people saw life, how people reacted to adversity, maybe adversity that they've been going through. And it was so cool to be able to learn your teammates and be able to go through those moments with them, and then just be able to speak into people's lives that maybe you don't get an opportunity to just have a platform to do that. And Mike put a priority in that on us being able to know our teammates and not just know their names or where they play football at, but know who their families, know what they've gone through and where they really come from.
Cooper, you talk about how you plan to celebrate this victory with your teammates and your family?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
Could you talk about how you plan to celebrate this victory with your teammates and your family?
Yeah, I mean, this is like right now. I'm so excited to be able to spend some time with my family. We've got so many people down. I think we've got 31 people that have come to this game, between family and friends, and I'm so excited to be able to see them, give everyone a hug. And I'm excited to see the parade. I'm sure the 12s are going to show out for that one.
This is your second.
I went to only a couple. We only made the trip across the mountains a couple times, but I remember them vividly. My first one was a Packers, Seattle Seahawks game on Monday night. Sean Alexander went off with 200 yards in the snow, which is really cool because Sean Alexander comes up and gives me a hug after the game, and it's incredible. It's a full circle moment. And then I remember getting stuck on the pass on the way back home and missing school the next day. It was fantastic.
What does it mean to you to see
Jerry Rice before? Two players that ever, receivers that ever won 2 Super Bowls, and offensive player of the year last year, Jerry Rice. What does that mean if you're now?
Yeah, I mean, you have so much respect for the people that have come before you, and the difficulty of this league. It's ever evolving, it's ever moving forward, and if you pause for a second, it passes you by. So for all these guys to be in, to have your name in any conversation with Jerry Rice, you're in a good place.
What did it mean to you to see Kenneth?
Man, that was incredible. I mean, K9 has been just so consistent. Him and Zach Charbonnet this year were an unbelievable 1-2 punch. I told him at the beginning of the year, there's no one in the league that has the 1-2 punch that we do in those two guys. And then when Sharps goes down, I mean, everyone's just hurting for him because he's such an instrumental part of this team, and we would not be here without what he produced and what he did for us up until he got injured. And then for K9 to just be able to shoulder the load and say, I can take that on and step up his game to another level. So proud of him and so happy to see what he was so well deserved.
Cooper.
It'll be very cool when that time comes.
Cooper, what did you learn this year? I mean, it's been kind of like a year for you. Congratulations, by the way. What did you learn over observant? Tough year, but happy ending.
Yeah, I think the thing that I learned more than anything else is that I can trust in what God's plan is for me. There were times this year that I didn't know what was happening, and I think you battle this place of asking why things are happening the way that they're happening.
And as time's gone on, it's just like leaning into and trusting that he has a plan and finding the joy in every day coming to work and being a part of a really cool group of guys that are going to achieve something special. Being able to come home every day and have my boys run out onto the porch and run to give me a hug, and a wife that's jumping up into my arms and excited to see me, and I am so incredibly blessed, and so I have so much gratitude for the blessings in my life, and yeah, so I guess trust and gratitude.
Cooper, I remember covering you at the Senior Bowl and hearing about a wide receiver from Eastern Washington impressing scouts. Could that young man have envisioned two-time Super Bowl champion?
Yeah, but I mean, that's you always dream about it, right? Like, that's what you dream about. No one, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say no one, but like, I didn't dream about just making it to the NFL. Like, I dreamed about coming to the NFL and doing great things. And so, I don't know if you'd asked me then. I doubt I would have said what I really believed. But you dream of these things. You dream about being able to go out and do something really special. And it's funny, you talk about the Senior Bowl, and like, I remember being at the Senior Bowl and you're sitting in this auditorium and no one knows who I am, and we're meeting a bunch of the people in the community, and you come up and shake your hand and everyone's like, are you a punter, kicker, what's going on? And I just remember being like, it's okay, this is okay, because I'm so excited about the path that I have before me, and that's taken me here. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, thank you guys.